Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I want to testify to glorify the Lord and to mention a great work that the Lord did in my life through the laying on of hands. For months, brothers and sisters, I suffered from symptoms that were difficult for me to live with. They were tachycardia, there were strong heartbeats, weakness, and lack of appetite. Out of obedience, I decided to go to the doctor. And the doctors could not determine, brothers and sisters, the reason why I was suffering from this. I went from doctor appointment to doctor appointment, and I lost within days more than 10 pounds. They took many tubes of blood to do the tests for me, but no one could determine why I was suffering from this. The doctors decided to order an electrocardiogram where they noticed that my heart had a slight inclination to the right. The doctors were concerned because this was a difficult condition for my age. So I decided to travel to Boyacá, Colombia, and I went to church there in the city of Cuipama. And there I received the laying on of hands. And at that moment, I felt, brothers and sisters, that a presence came out of my heart, went up through my throat and came out through my mouth. Brothers and sisters, I felt as if I had a heart of a child in that moment, a new heart. After the praise, I received prophecy, and the Lord in His mercy and power told me, I just delivered you. I just removed from you that which tormented you. And you were about to lose your life, and I had preserved it. And this is how the Lord delivered me, and I testify to give glory and honor to the Lord.
I testify, brothers and sisters, that the Lord is very great, very merciful, and He keeps in mind our desires and wants. The Lord said to me, I know your desire, that you want to have another child, but it was very difficult for me, for my body. And brothers and sisters, I had a dream with Brother Carlos Alberto. I was in the delivery room, and he said to me, it's a boy. And after this, brothers and sisters, I started undergoing different treatments with several specialists, but I couldn't get pregnant. And I said, Lord, I don't want to keep doing this. May it be in your time. And after, I became sick and had to go to the doctor. And the doctor said, I need you to take a pregnancy test first before I proceed with further testing. And I said, no, doctor, don't worry about it. I haven't been able to get pregnant. And she said, without the pregnancy test, I can't continue. The pregnancy test came out positive, and I began preparing for my pregnancy. I then started hemorrhaging. So I went to the doctor, and they found that my pregnancy was an embryonic pregnancy that had never developed an embryo, but only a gestational sac. And they allowed a 3-week waiting period to see whether an embryo would grow or else they'd have to intervene. Brothers and sisters, I came here to the Church of Colina in December. I spoke to Brother Christian, and he told me to receive prophecy. And the Lord said, I will perform a miracle in your womb. Do not worry, because you will have a baby and rejoice. And brothers and sisters, I would go to the follow-up appointments and still no baby. And I actually stopped going back to the doctor because I knew they were going to make me abort. But I said, Lord, I know that you're going to perform a miracle. I had 1 more week left, and I was still bleeding. But I said to the Lord, Lord, it's your promise. And I went to the doctor with my husband and my first son. When I went to the ultrasound scan, you could hear the baby's heartbeat. And the baby that the Lord had promised me had finally appeared. And God allowed the gestation time to be the length of the time I had been pregnant, which was approximately 1.5 months. Brothers and sisters, and the Lord also gave me a dream where He told me that the baby would be born premature. So I prepared. And so the baby was born at 31 weeks, weighing 3.5 pounds. He was in the NICU for a month while we waited for him to grow and gain weight. And the Lord said, do not worry, I will place specialists. And I did not understand what He meant. And after 2 months, my baby underwent a surgery. But the Lord said that everything would go well. and his promise was fulfilled. My baby is now more than 3 months, and God fulfilled his promise and our family's desire, and I testify to glorify the name of the Lord.